Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be testing out the Physicians Formula Butter Collection times at Casey Holmes. I came up with this makeup look right here. So if you would like to see my thoughts on this kit and how I created this look, please keep watching. So I went ahead and applied everything that is not in this palette kit thing. So I went ahead and applied primer, foundation, concealer, powder, and brows. Everything will be listed in the description box. So I'm super excited to play with this Casey Holmes times Physicians Formula. I think the palette box thing is like super pretty. My only complaint is it's bulky. But just like, this is not something that I don't think I would travel with per se, but maybe, like I said, the only complaint is that it's like super bulky. So on the back, there's a little message from Casey, a picture of her, and then it says everything that's in the palette over here on this side. So when you open it up, this is what you get. So she gives you two eyeshadow options up here at the top, and then there's another picture of her, which I think is the same one that's on the back, but I'm not sure. So in this kit, you get a bronzer, a blush, a limited edition highlighter that I believe is only in this. You get a perfume, which everybody has talked about this perfume, but I've never smelt it. And then you get some butter eyeshadows. I actually did buy the Physicians Formula new eyeshadow palette, and I haven't put it on my eyes, but I swatched it in a haul video and I was like, oh my god. So I have super high hopes for these eyeshadows. This lipstick is the new, how do you say it? Mururu butter lip cream. It's in the shade, no idea until I pull it out. So I have the original butter bronzer, which I think is just the shade bronzer. This is the deep bronzer, and then this blush is called Copper Cabana, and then that looks really pretty. It looks like it'd be a good everyday blush with any eye look. And then this highlighter right here, which is limited edition, Just Beachy. Now, okay, so let's talk about how this looks. So I love Casey. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. I really like her as a person. I like the vibes I get from her on there, you know, whatever. I have been watching her for years, probably at least 4 years. And from what I can remember from day one, she said she did not like any kind of glitter or sparkle highlighter at all. Like, I feel like she has said the same thing for like years, right? So I was really confused and surprised when the highlighter in here has glitter in it. And then when I watched her put this kit on her face and her eyes on her YouTube channel, I could see the glitter on her face. So I'm a little confused as to why she was no glitter, no shimmer, no sparkle, whatever for a whole like 4 years. And then all of a sudden she comes out with a collab with Physicians Formula and the highlighter has sparkles in it. So I don't know, maybe she didn't have like full control over this palette and they decided that this is a highlighter they're gonna put in. That could be it, I don't know. So I did notice that again, and then the eyeshadows was the second thing that I was kind of like, you know. So my one, okay, so to me, and again, this is just all my opinion, like no, I'm not like throwing shade at her or anything, this is just like my opinion. The color combo of the eyeshadows I thought was a little weird. I like that there is a matte cream shade in there. I like the sparkly green, but then we have these two shades right here that I feel are, this one's a little more red toned, like a darker red tone, and this is kind of like a lighter red tone brown. But I feel like they're just so similar. They're so similar. I guess I wish that there just was another shade. Like, I wish she would have picked one or the other and then thrown another shade in here, maybe like some kind of an orangey or a camel shade, something like that. Because to me, these are just like so similar. I just don't understand the point, I guess is what I'm saying. So that's just how I feel about the palette right off the bat. I'm sure the formula is good. Like I said, I've tried like this formula already and I really like, but yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know what I thought. So let me know if you agree or what you think in the comments below. So let's go ahead and dig into this. I think the first thing I'm going to be trying out is the bronzer right here. Okay, so I don't know if this was meant to come out. Maybe not. Maybe it was meant to like keep it covered. Maybe I shouldn't have ripped that out. Oh well, it's too late now. So I went ahead and ripped mine out. So I can't remember if I said if this retailed for $19.99 or not. I did get mine from Ulta. So let's go ahead and dip into this bronzer. I'm going to use my Morphe E3 and I'm just going to kind of clean it off a little bit. That is pretty. I kind of thought it would be a little too dark because I'm used to using just like the first shade they came out with, which is just the shade bronzer, but this does work. It is a little warm tone to me, and I'm like more like neutral, true bronzer shades, but I think with a tan, this would look really good. Or if you wanted to use it as like a contour shade. Let's see, I kind of stopped putting bronzer like on my forehead as much because I feel like it looks kind of choppy because I have like baby hairs up here and it just won't blend. I've noticed that like when I went back to edit some videos, I was like, man, my forehead bronzer just does not look good. But since I'm not wearing my bangs down today, I do want to add a little bit up here. Maybe if I used a smaller brush for my forehead, it would work out better. Let's see if I have one. I guess I'll just take this. This is a Morphe G38. Maybe if I can place that in there. I'm just gonna stop there, but see what I mean? It looks kind of patchy, like on camera, but then when I look in this mirror, it looks fine. So I don't know. I'm gonna add a little bit more here. I think I have more bronzer on this side than this. There, I should calm down before I go too crazy. So that is the bronzer shade in the shade Deep Bronzer. Now I'm going to take my Morphe E4, it's my favorite blush brush, and I'm going to dip into the blush called Copacabana. It looks like it has like a little bit of like a metallic sheen in it. It's kind of like a rosy blush. We all know that I'm super heavy-handed when it comes to blush. I can't help it. I think I might just go ahead and I'm gonna add a little bit more, just kind of on the apples. Take my stippling brush, just blend the blush and bronzer together. Let's see if we can blend a little bit up here. Okay, so now I'm gonna be trying out the highlighter in the shade Just Beachy. Now I don't mind sparkly highlighters, especially for the summertime. They don't really bother me. Although I've kind of like calmed down on the whole like blinding highlighter glow. Like it's just not my thing. So I'm gonna use my Smashbox fan brush and dip in there and we'll see. Oh. It's kind of like straight glitter on my face, which like I said, I don't really mind in the summertime because I think it's like appropriate, I guess. I mean, you can do what you want whenever you want, whatever day of the year, but just like my own personal preference, I would probably only wear a sparkly highlighter like this in the summertime because I feel like I'm just like putting like straight glitter on my face. And it doesn't look like it's a glitter overspray either. Like it looks like the entire thing is like that. But it is a pretty highlighter. So it is kind of making like this texture I have on my cheeks right here because I did a face mask twice this past week and I guess my skin can only handle a mask like every other week. So I'm kind of congested right here and I feel like it kind of emphasized that a little bit. But like on a day-to-day I don't really have any like texture there, so. But it is pretty. And then I'm just going to highlight my nose. I'm just going to use my MAC 242. Straight glitter on my face, which is a little weird because I just feel like I said, like she said she didn't like glitter and I feel like I just put glitter everywhere. But it is a pretty highlighter. So let's go ahead and dip into the eyeshadows. So I'm first going to go in with this cream shade right here, and that is called Do Not Disturb. And I'm just going to take a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M504. Just going to dip in there, and I'm just going to put this all over my lid. That is a nice cream shade. like really brightened my lid. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is put the two kind of like reddy brown shades on my lid and then use the green shade on my lower lash line. I think that's my plan. I don't feel like very inspired when it comes to this like eyeshadow selection, and that's the only thing that comes to mind. I just don't know how I feel about like this being on the lid with these two colors, so that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go in with the shade called No Filter, which is this shade right here, and I'm gonna just kind of use that as like a transition shade, but like build it up in the crease. Just using the same Morphe M504, which I think people use this for like highlighter, I don't know, but I use it for my lids. So it's a pretty shade, it blends out really nice. So I'm just gonna build that up a little bit more. So I think I'm just gonna leave this one in the crease and then put the darker shade like all over my lid. But there's not a lot of fallout either, which is nice. Not like I really, if there's fallout like in the palette, it doesn't really bother me, but if there's a lot of fallout like on my under eye, it kind of bothers me, but that's only because I do my face first. I don't do my eyeshadow before. So, but it doesn't look like there's any, so it's nice. But this palette does not have a mirror, so if that's something that you need, it doesn't have it. I feel like I just flicked some eyeshadow in my inner corner. I've been having like so much trouble blending out this eye right here. Sorry, my lighting just got all crazy. Like I always get a line right there and I don't know why it's like not blending out. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take a smaller brush in that cream shade called Do Not Disturb and just kind of place this right here because I feel like I added some darkness right there and I don't want that there. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with the darker shade right here, and that is called Tropic Like It's Hot, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. I'm gonna try, I don't know if I should try applying it with my finger yet or not. I'm gonna use this Sigma E55. It's just a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm gonna try this first to apply it on the lid. I might have to go in with my finger. See what I mean though? It's like those shades are just so similar. It just looks like the same shade. I'm gonna try my finger, but they do feel really buttery. The shadows, they feel so nice. So I'm applying this all over the lid. Then I'm going to take my flat shader brush, that same Chop It Like It's Hot, and start putting that more into the crease. I think I need to switch brushes. I'm going to take this Morphe M433, it's just more of like a precise blending brush, Chop It Like It's Hot, and then I'm just going to blend that directly into the crease. I'm gonna see if I can make Chop It Like It's Hot like a little darker on the outer part of my eye. So that's what we have so far. Back in with the Sigma E40 and the shade No Filter, or this isn't Sigma E40, this is a Morphe M504. Just gonna blend like the crease and the upper crease out a little bit more. I just want it a little bit darker. I'm gonna apply Chop It Like It's Hot again. So yeah, I have no complaints about those three eyeshadows so far. I think that they're pigmented, they blended out really nice. I just think the color scheme is just a little weird. So now I want to try this green shade called Palms. This is what it looks like. It's not super pigmented. I think I'm gonna have to get my brush wet. I don't want to have to dip into any other palettes because I just want this video to be strictly this palette, but I just don't know. I don't have high hopes for this green shade. Like, I just don't think it's gonna build up on my lower lash line very well, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go in first with this Morphe M578, and I'm gonna take the green shade and apply it to the lower lash line. I don't know how much it's gonna show up, so we'll see. Yeah, that's kind of how I thought it was gonna be. Let's try MAC 242. So that's with a dry brush. I think this green shade would be really pretty on top of a matte green shade, but this palette doesn't offer that. So I'm just gonna try to get like somewhat of a base down with using it dry, and then I'm gonna get my brush wet with some like MAC Fix Plus, and then maybe it'll show up some more. But first impressions, this green shade is like a no-go for me. So let's try to get this brush wet and see if that helps. So that definitely helped getting your brush wet, or getting my brush wet. But it's still not like super pigmented. But I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Maybe I can pick up a little bit with my pinky. Maybe like apply it on top. Let's see. I feel like that's a lot of work just for this one shade. Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of that shimmer shade, and I also can't think of any other eye looks that I would do with just these 4 shades. You know what I mean? Like, I can't, in my mind, think of another way to incorporate the green with those brown shades, like on my lid, you know? Unless I was trying to do like some kind of Christmas look maybe, but I feel like this is like the only way that I could come up with to use those shades, so I am gonna take the Just Beachy highlighter, and I'm gonna use that to highlight my brow bone in my inner corner. I'm just gonna take this Sigma inner corner brush. This is the E46, and I'm gonna apply that to my brow bone. Oh, I don't know why, but that showed up way more on that side. And then the inner corner. This highlighter though looks really pretty on the eyes. Maybe, you know what? Okay. So I can't think of another way that I would apply, like I said, the green eyeshadow with the other 2 shadows, but if I did like the bronzer all over the lid and then maybe like cut the crease and then added the green, that would work. So if I used like the face products as shadows as well, I could definitely come up with other eyeshadow looks to make with the actual eyeshadows. That would work. But just the eyeshadows alone without having to dip into the face products, like I don't think I could get that many looks out of them. So I want to smell this. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Paradise perfume that comes in here. Oh. Oh. Okay, when I heard people say that this smelled good, I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. But oh my god, it smells like the Sol de Janeiro Bum Bum Cream. But I bet this is cheaper. I wonder if you could buy this by itself, because this would be the perfect summer perfume. Oh my gosh, it just makes me like happy. I'm gonna go ahead and try out the lip that's in here, and then I'm gonna jump off camera, apply some mascara and stuff. But this is the Physicians Formula Muru, oh my god, Butter Lipstick, and this is in the shade Pop the Bubbly. I've never tried any of these. I believe they just came out with a whole line of these. I think that they're just new. Hopefully this is a shade that will go with any eye look. We'll see. It is shimmery. I thought it was matte. That's the shade right there. So it is like a shimmer butter gloss. It's almost like a sheen. So I don't know if this is something that I would like by itself. I think it would be a pretty like lipstick topper, but we'll go ahead and try it out anyways. So I'm just going to use this. I found this at Morphe, the original Morphe store, when they had like a gate on the door. This is from the brand Italia. This is the Ultra Fine Lip Liner in the shade 1040 Brown. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. I did kind of just like put that liner all over the lid just to give my lip some color. Why do I feel like this did not... Okay, how it looks on me right now, I feel like this is not how it looked on her in her video. I mean, it's really pretty. I don't think it goes with my eye look. It's really shimmery. Feels good on the lips. But I don't know, it smells good and all that. Don't know how I feel about it with this eye look, but it's definitely a shade that I would wear. I think it's really pretty. It's like a pink kind of metallic shade. I think it's really pretty. It does not go with my look, however, but it is really pretty, and I think this would be like a lip color that I would like to put on top of like a nude lip or like a mauve lip. I think this would be really pretty, and just not with this eye look. I really like how it looks though by itself. It's really pretty. I think it's gonna be really pretty for like the summertime for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys just for a second so I can apply some mascara and some setting spray, and I'll be right back. So I forgot to apply my setting spray before I did my mascara, and now my mascara is still drying, so I'll probably just do that off camera. I was just gonna use my Catrice Illuminating Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Setting Mist. So this is the finished look using the Physicians Formula Butter Collection times Casey Holmes. I pretty much told you guys my opinion, like step by step, why I was using this. So I don't want to like sit here and just repeat everything for the next 5 minutes. I don't know if this is a palette that I would have purchased had it not been Casey's palette, if I'm being 100% honest. So I thought it would be interesting to just kind of add up how much all this stuff would cost if you bought everything individually. So the bronzer at Ulta, like I know it's cheaper at like Walmart and stuff, but since I did purchase this at Ulta, I'm just gonna give you the prices on Ulta. So the butter bronzer alone says it retails for $15. Sorry, I wanna write down all these prices. Okay, so the bronzer alone retails for $15. I guess I'll just do the butter highlighter. That retails for $11. And I guess we'll just do the, okay, so the Physicians Formula Butter Eyeshadow Palette for all the, there's like way more than just the 4 shades, retails for $17. But then they have an eyeshadow quad that retails for $8. So we'll just go ahead and do $8 because there is only 4 and not all the other ones. A blush retails for $13. Lipstick retails for $8. And then I didn't see the perfume on Ulta, so I'm just going to type it in real quick. Physicians Formula Butter Perfume. I don't know if you can get it. I'm going to the Physicians Formula like website. Okay, it doesn't look like you could buy the perfume by itself, but I did see it on eBay for 20 bucks. So let's just say the perfume retails for, I don't know, 10 or 15. We'll say 10. We'll do it just like on the cheaper end. So I'm gonna add all these up. So again, the entire kit was only $20. So if you bought all these things separately, it would be $65 if you were to purchase everything individually. So regardless, I guess, of how I feel about the eyeshadows, the matte shades are still really good. That green shade, but $20 for this entire thing, or you could buy everything by itself for $65. That alone already makes this palette worth purchasing, in my opinion. I don't know if I necessarily see myself reaching for this in the future, and if I do, it'll probably only be for the face products. The eyeshadows are good. I really don't like that green shade at all. Like, that is 100% dead to me. But I do like the cream shade and the other two kind of reddy brown shades, but I don't know if, like, I don't know if this is a palette that I would bring with me, like, traveling, you know, because it just doesn't have everything that I needed. But I do love the face products. Those are my favorite. I do like the lip product as well, like the shade of it. I do think that I will use that, and the perfume. I really like the perfume. It smells really good. So let me know what you guys think of this makeup look that I created using this palette. Also, let me know your thoughts if you feel the same way as me in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please subscribe on your way out, and please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.